Again, Molly Lysenko. I said that right? Just checking.
No one gets that. I tried. Wow. I'm gonna hire you. Hey guys. Wow. This is actually nerve-wracking. I'm not really sure if I have to pee or it's like the nerves. It might be performance art. Just go with it. It's cool. I'm Molly. You probably won't remember that. I'll make sure you do. Wait, do you guys ever get like that? Yeah. Do you ever get like that really weird moment where you meet people and you don't know what their name is because you're too busy trying to connect, like with the next thing you're gonna say, and then you feel like a total douchebag because you're like, your name is, and so I try to come up with a way to kind of just talk to them. So I'm like, oh, how do you spell that? And they're like, it's Amy, A-M-Y. And I'm like, oh, yeah, my friend spells it with a Q. Like, I feel such a dick all the time. But like growing up, when your name is Molly, and people meet you, you either get like, oh, good golly, Miss Molly, that never gets old. Or you get what I used to get, it's, oh, my aunt's dog's name Molly. Time out, really fast. I got like 6 minutes, so I'm not gonna talk about this, but I'm white, it's aunt. It's aunt. It's not aunt. I've never used the word aunt. It doesn't happen. It's aunt. So like when you're 7 and someone's like, "Oh, my aunt's name is my aunt's dog's name is Molly." How the fuck do you respond to that? Like, I really want to know. Like, do you have a response? I used to either like stare at them really blindly, just like, what the fuck? Or I'd like do something really stupid like bark and they thought I was like mildly retarded. So around the time I came up with like a witty retort with the word bitch because I'm really original. I started getting a new response from people and I'd go to parties and I don't know if you guys know this. I don't know if you're in on lingo, but apparently Molly is now a drug. It's like ecstasy, MDMA. You guys know that? Yeah. Cool. I didn't know that. Apparently there's a song. Really cool. People were trying to like pop mollies. I don't even know what that meant. I was like, are they gonna poke me or some shit? So I would go to parties and meet people and they'd be like, oh, your name is Molly, like the drug. So like immediately I'm judging you because I know how you spend your weekends. That's cool. Do you boo-boo? Like that's fine. Like, I was older and I was like, okay, I could come up with something witty, you know? So when I meet people at parties and I know it's going in that direction, I'm like, wait. Yeah, my name is like the drug, but get this. I nicknamed my tits MDMA. Go home, tell your friends, Merry Christmas, little rave kid. Yeah, that's cool. I just recently gave my 2 weeks notice to my job that I've been at all my life. That's really scary. Yeah, cool. I'm gonna make a shitload more money, that's cool. I'm a Jew, it's fine. But I worked in customer service, and that's totally up there right next to postal service workers and the DMV. Totally great job. Awesome. It's great. It's wonderful. I hate my life. But I worked for the most entitled people. It's theater goers. I don't know if you guys know that, but they are the worst. I mean, I'm an actor. We suck. Like, we suck. I work with theater goers and the people that own theaters, which are worse than the theater goers themselves, if you believe that. But occasionally we have... we would sell tickets for exhibits. And you guys know who King Tut is, please?
Yeah.
Great, awesome. So glad you guys are intelligent. I assumed everyone does. So my very first day working at this call center, I got this call from this lovely lady in the South, and I answered the phone. I'm like, ticketing services, this is Molly. How can I help you? Because it's my first day. And I get this whole life story of this woman from down south, sweetheart. And she's like, yeah, I wanna see that King Tut exhibit. I wanna bring my whole family. And I'm like, well, that's great. And we talk forever, and I explained to her what an audio tour is. Believe it or not, people don't know what that is. So I'm like, it's like an old Nokia cell phone. Do you know what a cell phone is? Like, do you understand what that is? And so I explained this whole thing, and I sell her these VIP tickets for her entire family. The bitch spends $550 on her whole family. I'm not gonna see that ever. Like, that amount of money does not exist to me. So she spends $550 on her whole family, and I go so hard to explain like what an audio tour is. I tell her it's narrated in English, Spanish, and French. I doubt she speaks Spanish or French, but it's cool. I'm like, it's narrated by Omar Sharif. And so we get through this whole 25-minute phone conversation, and let me tell you, this is in the heart of Times Square, so not only is it expensive, there are taxes on taxes on taxes. So like, I get through this call, she lets me process her credit card, and I'm like, all right, ma'am, is there anything else I can help you with? And she goes, yeah, will he be there? And I assume she means Omar Sharif because that's the last name I said. And I'm like, well, who be there, ma'am? And she goes, King Tut, King Toot, King Toot Nanny. I swear to God she said that. Can I ask him questions? Now what you guys don't know, we have a magic box with a mute button, so in like 2 seconds flat I can hit that button, make fun of you, and come back while you're still arguing with Bob on whether you want to go to this exhibit at 12 p.m. or 11 a.m. on a Tuesday or a Wednesday, because that really fucking matters. So I hit mute and I'm turning to all of my friends and I'm like, yeah, there's a question and answer period on Fridays at 2 p.m. And I come right back into the call. And I'm like, ma'am, I don't think I understood you. Can you ask that question again? And she goes, yeah, King Tut, I want to ask him I have some questions for him. And so there was the biggest pause. You know, it might have been the most awkward pause in my life. Like it was more awkward than the time I lost my virginity and his mom walked in. Like, wow. It is more awkward, like, he's dead, and like, it is still more awkward than that. No, that's totally serious, like, it is still more awkward than that. And like, I get back on the phone, I'm like, ma'am, I don't know how to explain this to you. King Tut is like this ancient pharaoh, like, I don't think his physical mummified body can like leave Egypt. It's probably illegal to take him out of Egypt. And I explained this to her as best I can without laughing blatantly into the phone. And after a while there's more silence, and then I think we get disconnected, so I'm like, ma'am, can you hear me? Hello? And she goes, well, all right then, all right, bye-bye. And hangs up the phone. Like 4 years later, I cannot sleep at night because 2 major questions keep me awake. One, who the fuck did she think King Tut was? Like, I was like, is this guy a rapper that I just don't know about? Like, I'm from Brooklyn. I listen to rap music, but like, I did not know if there was a King Tut I was just missing out on. And 2, and more importantly, what the fuck did she want to ask him? Like, questions are burning in her mind that she needs to fly to New York and ask this guy these questions. But yeah, no, that was great. That's a total true story. I can't even make that shit up. Customer service is wonderful. You get the crazies. I got one call this one time. This woman goes, yo, give me those tickets to that black show. And to risk sounding racist, I was like, ma'am, what black show? She's like, the musical, the one where they sing. I'm like, okay, cool. We're a national ticketing agency. Can you give me an area? She goes, Chicago. I don't know if you guys know, Chicago is full of fucking musicals. There's a musical called Chicago. So after like talking to this bitch for like 10 minutes, I finally figure out, I'm like, do you have a name of a show, anything that'll help me? And she's like, nah. Oh wait, it's written right here. Well, that would have helped 10 fucking minutes ago. So I'm like, all right, cool, what is it? And she goes, oh, Adidas. I said, Adidas, like the sport company? And she goes, yeah, Adidas. I was like, ma'am, can you spell the show for me? And she goes, A-I-D-A, Adidas. Ma'am, you cannot read. You should not be going to see a musical. You should probably learn to read. So when I'm not at work, I am spending all of my time on a computer because that is my life. So I have a really, really, really tight relationship with Netflix and Grubhub and my bed. And I marathon like it's my job through television shows. Like I have updated my resume like professional television watcher on Netflix. Like / How I Met Your Mother / Law and Order SVU, only SVU / like Dawson's Creek. But while we're talking about SVU, because it apparently is my life, like I have a problem. I grew up with SVU, so I constantly, at any moment, am worrying about how many times and places and whatnot that someone can rape and mutilate my body and kill me and leave me for someone to find. So like, if that happens, please, I beg you, please find the writers of SVU because they will know how to avenge my death. Like, fucking find Benson and Stabler. And while we're talking about Stabler, I don't know how I feel about him because like some seasons I really want to fuck him and some seasons I want him to be my dad. That brings up a lot of feelings I don't think I'm ready to deal. Like I don't have daddy problems, but I also don't have money for a therapist because I'm an actor. So, like I thought this might be the perfect place to talk about that. I'll wrap this up. So to avoid literary character crushes and really weird dreams that I apparently have, I started OkCupid. That's a terrible idea. It is not It is not OkCupid. It's OkStalker. It's a terrible day. Actually, I might have some stalkers here. If I die, please, for the love of God, call Benson and Stabler. Like, if I disappear tonight, call them. They will find me. But yeah, no, I don't know. I'm just looking for the Stabler to my Benson. Is that too much to ask? All right. Well, thanks, guys. This was really fun.
You guys give it up for Molly. Let's go.